We're back. We are continuing with Witness, and we are continuing with this puzzle that we are stuck on. All right. Can't believe I needed to do this, but to do capture, select this. Okay. Resize. Put that down below camera, please. There we go. All right. That's what we're looking at. So, we have our pieces. We got this one. Oops. We got this one for this guy. Get this one for this guy. And come here. Got this one for this guy. So, and we need a 4 deletion out of here somewhere. Nothing seemed to be lining up for me. I don't know why. If we do something like this, this was my first thought. But yeah, now we're not including this area here. Because this gives us a 4 deletion, but we're not including this marker. Then I thought something like this. I should probably make those different colors, but whatever. Wait, is this just it? I thought I tried this. So we go up. Delete these 2 overlaps. Delete these 2 period. Up and around. Maybe I just needed that break. Maybe that's all I needed. Is that it? Is that it? Is it just this over and up? God, I just needed a break. That's all I needed. Okay. We're continuing. All right. So need a break, and also just needed a different way of visualizing it, which I probably should not have GIMP up anywhere. But to repeat, it was this. That's all it was. Damn it. Okay. GIMP from my thing. Yeah. Just one of those things. You're on one thing the entire time and nothing's working right, and then suddenly, oh, right. That was it. I just needed to get up, get a drink, stretch for a little bit, clear my mind. Okay. So, we have another thing going now. So, clearly there's only one way this one can go. This can't be turned or anything, so we need to include these. And this is going to be a filler. So we need to include these 2. So these 2 cannot be part of the subtraction. So, in order to do that, it feels like this needs to be the T. And this is going to be the duplicate. So in order to do that, we need to cut out this one. Actually, no. because we can't really cut out one in the very center like that. So that means these two need to be included because we just can't cut out a center. So that means the T is going to have to be these three with this one as the duplicate. So we cut out that corner, cut out this one. Oh, yeah. No, actually, it needs to be these three, just the way things are set up. We cut out this one. Cut out that one. Include those. Cut out this one. Cut out this one. That's including too many, though. About are we going to do this? So we need to include this corner. So we have to go around this way. So it means we can't cut out this one because we'd have to go around this way. So it has to be included. So we cut out this one. How are we going to... Maybe we need to go up this way first. That's not... Well, actually, hold on. We might be able to do it this way. No, this won't work. So we need to finish up here. So in order to do that, we need to go around this way. What happens if we make these three? As part of the... Well, we need two deletions, and there's going to be one overlap. So the one overlap is going to be the deletion. The other one can be this corner. So we cut this out, then we cut out this entire corner. Cut this one out, cut this one out. We don't even need to cut this one out. No? I felt like it should be right. Because, yeah, stop flashing, please. Cut this one out. Well, no, because if we do this one, and this is the overlap. No, we can't do that. We need to do these three. This one being the overlap. Let's cut out one. These. Those two. Include that one. Cut out this whole corner. Cut out this one. Cut out this one. And include the rest. There we go. All right. Do I want to mess with this? What is that exactly turning? So that's moving this. Just moving that across. I think it's moving it across that way. Well, no, we've already done that with this. But yeah, we might be able to do it. Which way is that going to move? Move outward. exactly will this accomplish? So it goes further out. Okay, so yeah, that gives us a clear view of that. All right, what did this power? All the way back over here, it seems. Or did that... No, that's what we just activated. Yeah. Activated this. So let's follow this and see where this goes. Down to there. Haven't we been down there? These were... that. I guess we can go take a look. That was not lit up before. Us finishing that other puzzle is what lit that up. This went over to there to power these. So yeah, there's 2 cables here. Yeah, one went to that to drain it. And now the one that we just finished lit up this other one. Just going up and then back across, back into that other underground section that we've already been to, down in there. I think, or is that going to that drainage? I feel like we've already been in there, but let's go take a look, actually. All right, where are we at? We're on black. I guess it doesn't matter as long as blue is connected. We could do this. We could do this. Nope, I went the long way. Well, no, that's not an ambi-turner. It only goes one way. Alright. Thought that was gonna drain red, wherever red was. Seem to go over here. Oh, wait. I did drain red. Yeah. I think that's where we needed to go. Because we've already done this one. Yeah, this is where we started off at. It looks like the cable goes over to here and then continues on, but it doesn't. Them reusing colors makes things confusing. Because this one went up and then continued on. This one's going up and then down. All right. Back over to black. Yeah, black. So this way, and then these. Oh, it is an ambi-turner. It goes the other way. You know, that was the other connection. I guess I should have connected blue and black. Is that even possible? Yeah, I guess it is. We could have gone this way. Yeah. Up and over, and then around and up to there. Yeah. All directions are possible. Whatever. All right. What's done here? How do I... more... But I feel like we've already... Alright, never mind. It's like, I feel like we've done these, but no, these are definitely different. Okay. So anything is technically valid here because there's 2, but then there's also subtracting 2. So that works, and that works. Same here. This would not work, but this would. But so would this. Hey, Canbox. How's it going? Okay, so we have many blocks, many subtractions. So much fun. Anything to note in there before I dive into this one? No. Okay. So we have an L, and we also have a square that somehow needs to stretch this whole thing. Yeah, we're going. We have a good amount of lasers up and going. We have, a good amount. And there's a couple more over there. We have finished a couple areas. We're struggling through this area. This area is rough, but we have this, and then we have the center area, the center town left that I know of. There's probably some other stuff, but we'll get there. This one is definitely mind-numbing. All the other ones, we didn't really have to think too much. Everything was pretty straightforward. These particular ones with the subtraction is a lot. Okay, so how is this going to work? Because we have 7, but we need to subtract 4, but also include all of this. Okay. The only way these would go is if I did the L here and the square there. That's the only way those would be included. But we need to include the subtraction somehow. Yeah, these symbols are rough. They represent you need to subtract a valid block. I saw them before, but I didn't know what they meant, but this area is all about it. So, but you also need to include it in this section. Can they subtract each other? That doesn't make any sense. No, because they can't subtract themselves. If I did something like that, no. What if I did weird like that? Yeah, that wouldn't satisfy those. Because there's only 7 blocks. It wants us to subtract 4 of them. But also include all of these somehow. So what it wants us to do so if we subtract 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. So if we do a subtraction, so if we there's not enough, well, I guess there is. No, there's not enough area to include all of this. Well, I guess there is technically. Because if we do the block of 4, and then the L, but yeah, that leaves this one out. So what is it asking for? This is not happy with those. But if I did this, it's not happy with any of that. I did block 4, removed 1. Okay. It will, well, oh, I see. It's because we have 3, but we remove 3, so it means this whole area is valid. This is a blank area. Okay, so if we do, this will satisfy the left side. But I feel like this needs to somehow go along with this. Just because of the way things work. But they're too spread out. So we could do something like this. That's leaving too much at the top. Or we have our block of 3 and then we subtract 4. Yep, that's it. Nice. Okay. This one. So this 2 can subtract this. These 2 All right, so we need to find a way because it wants 3. So we want to subtract everything because we have 7 blocks and then we have 7 subtractions. Normally, the easy way would be doing that, but they solved that by blocking that off. So we need to group these in a way where they overlap properly, because we're going to need to go through the center like this. So that means this one is probably going to have to go for this one. This one's going to have to go for this one. So then, in order for us to do that, that gives us our 2 vertical. And then the 1 singular. And then that gives us our corner plus 1 singular. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Hey, there's that connection that I was looking for earlier. Woo! All right. Okay, let's see here. What are we looking at? These, no, I'd say it's like these feel like they might move, but they don't seem to. Well, I don't know. That actually does feel like they might move. But no, they seemed pretty well bolted up top there. Those do kind of feel like tracks, but I think that's just something for these to sit on. All right. This whole thing rotate in some way. The fact that there's a set of 9 here and a set of 9 there feel like they're going to be related. But if we have a set of 9 to subtract it in any way, that would solve it. So what's going to happen? Okay, yep. So the panels did drop then. So I knew something was going to move. I just didn't think it was going to go down. All right. What did that do? Give us a flower in the center. What are we looking at? All right, so that gives us a path up to that laser if we drop this. We do that. We don't have a consistent route over there, but can we do this puzzle from over here? We can. Okay. So if I stand here, that's exactly what these panels are for. They're preventing you from doing a puzzle from a different direction. So if I stand here and then drop these 2, that'll give me a walkway up to there. So I did those 2. So we're looking at that. So I want to cut out these 2, which is not doable because we need this marker. We need this marker here. So that means I need to cut out these 2. But can I see it from over here? No, I cannot. So what are we looking at? How am I going to do this? So what happens if we just do one that we are currently standing on. Goes down, and then there's nothing else for us to see. The flower feels like it should be meaning something, but maybe it doesn't. Because we can't cut out the center. Can we? Actually, we probably could cut out the center. What happens if we do that? Yeah, I know, right? Jumping would help so much. Just be like, just climb down there. Just go down. Go down. Right there. It's not that big of a jump. Hell, you can just step on that railing. Just, go down. All right. Oh, all right, I see what we need to do. So, what we're going to do, can I bring that back up? No. Will this bring it back up? No, will not. All right, so let's put those two down. I want to go see if that flower, if anything changed with that. No, nothing? Okay. All right, so what we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to stand here, and then we cut out the center. That gives me access to this board well from the bottom. So now I can step back to here. And now I can change it from here. Let's see here. I need to get to that corner. So if I cut out that one, I think it's going to be in my way. Well, actually I can't, otherwise we'd be stuck down here. Can we even cut that one out? Yes, we can. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's another board. That would be why. Because, yeah, otherwise we'd be stuck here. All right, so now I need these. And we're up. Nice. And that's another laser. Okay. There's actually one other area that I know of puzzles at, which is the center town area. So let's head over there. I want... That's these two. I can't cut that one out. Actually, yeah, let me just go back up to the top. That's all. There we go. All right. So, where am I going? Oh, yeah, I need to go across. Make our way to town center. And was there like a back door that I skipped earlier that I kind of know the answer to? No, I think I got this one. Yeah. I think there was something somewhere that I skipped, but that's not relevant anymore. There's something over there. We can go take a look real quick. Come on, platform. Say it's like that. That's blocking something out. That's an environmental something somewhere. Probably when that lines up with that. Let's try and see. All right, I want it. Actually, no, I want it that way. Do that again. Oops, nope. Over. Okay. Yeah, line up. Let's not have our shadow block it, please. Yeah, I know, right? This thing takes forever. Oh, is it gonna stop right before that? No, it's gonna get there. Give me my line. Nope. And I missed it. I thought maybe it would keep going, but then it kind of stopped and... Alright, whatever. I don't care that much about environmental puzzles. That thing takes too long for that to go all the way back and forth. I am not going to worry about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this gate. How did I miss that? Hey, Suffix Fox, how's it going? Where was that at? That was down over... That's where the laser was. I didn't think there was another door near the laser. Where did that go? Maybe it was. There's the laser. It doesn't seem like there was another path. Oh, well, I appreciate it. Lurk away. I think it's just a shortcut door. Or, well, no, there's only one. Maybe that was a shortcut door to get out from the laser, go out that way, and then you're able to get back into the main path. So you didn't have to go down and through all this and out. I could see that being a thing. I don't know how I missed it. I felt like I looked over there pretty thoroughly, but maybe it's like down this way and around. We're not going to worry about it for now. This platform takes entirely too long. I don't think it's going to be anything relevant because it looks like it just comes out right here. So if we need to come back to this area, then I'll deal with it. But for now, whatever. Continuing on. Let's go find that town center, see if we can do everything there now. Although there's still one symbol that we don't know what it means. So there's actually one section that we have not done yet. And I don't remember where that is, but let's do what we can here first. We might be able to figure out some things. So this is going to be something weird, I know. Why is this marked? Why is this blocked off? Yeah, there's this that needs to be lined up in just the right way. Exactly where that did. It's an environmental thing. Now it's not happy, but whatever. I think it's a platform that needs to be turned and moved or something. We do something random. No. The entrance is a corner, which I guess would be this corner if we're looking at it this way. But there's nothing of note there. We're looking above. This corner, though, where's the exit? The opposite corner. So that wouldn't work because that's the opposite corner. Maybe we need to get above somehow, look at it from below. But I feel like this might trigger that, which allows us to get up there. We'll come back to that. There was something around here that, yes, stars. I know how stars work now. So, each star needs to be a grouping of 2. So if we do something like this, and then those can be turned any way. So if we do an L, an L, an L, an L, 1, 2, no, like this. 1, 2, 3, not quite. So if we go 1, 2, it's that group of 6. 3, 4, it's another group of 6. And we don't have room for one more. So we need to fit it down here somehow. So we do something like this. Can't have any overlap though. So kind of like that. There. A group of 6. So for that, we need 9, 12, 15. We need 15 blocks. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need these corners to be valid. Something kind of like that. No, that's too much. Too much, too much. Yeah, let me that out. Let me out. There we go. Something like this. All right. So that gives one corner there. Now, it's giving too much. We separate the stars like this instead. Might need to include one of these stars at the bottom. Somehow. Two, 3, 5. So we do something like that. Any way to get to the center. Separating the stars is the easy part. Let's see a consistent way of fitting all these in together. Because we for sure need this whole row. This needs to be included all together. So if we line them up, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 of them, and we need 2 more. 5. But that would leave a single star. So we did something different. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't include this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would group those stars together. So if we cut off these stars, cut off those stars, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're reusing a block here, though. That would not work. No, actually, we're not. We're not. This feels like it should work. Yeah. All right. What we got in here? Oh, joy. Is this more color puzzles? Boo. The blue area was stars. No, treehouse was stars. Sound. So yeah, Bamboo area was sound. Have. So these might need to work together. If we don't have any sound, maybe we need to create the pattern for the sound. So if we do high, mid, low, low, high, mid, low, low. Okay. What did that do? That lowered this. Okay. Oh, joy. Colors. My favorite. That was just a random guess. I was just like, all right, maybe they work together. All right. So. How is this going to work? Clearly, not all of these are the same color. So I'm not great at color subtraction, so. Oh, and it's not going to flash at me saying what's wrong either. I was hoping that would be an easy way out. Be all like, all right, this does a thing. All right. So. This. Do something. Do we need to. Those are not going to be the same color for certain, but these, I'm guessing, are not the same color. So if we separate all of them plus have our 3 in a row. Okay. Ow. Okay, so we're able to change the color with this. We have a different light coming in, so it gives us the ability to differentiate the different colors. So this is the red. So anything white right now is no, that's not how it works. Yeah, it is very painfully red. All right. But yeah, if we do something like this, it'll turn on, oops, no. It'll turn on this color. So I'll turn on blue. This will turn on green. And the other one turns on red. So it looks like, so if I can look at each of these, I'm guessing the corners are going to be a different color. So in this one, that corner is different. This one, this corner is different. That one is different. So if I separate this, separate this, and was it separate this? No. Separate. That's not gonna definitely work. Let's go down here first. Separate these, separate all that. No. All right. I'm bad at memorization, so I think I'm going to have to take a screenshot of these so I can look at them side by side. I'm great at logic, I'm not great at memorization. Because as soon as I look at here to start looking, think of this puzzle, I forget the layout of the previous thing. So let me just, can I get both of them in one screenshot? Yeah, I kind of can. We just take some quick notes. So that's that. This one is this. Then green is this. All right. Let me get out of this room so I'm not staring at a solid color the whole time. All right. So each of these, a corner is different. So top left corner, top right corner, top right corner. Let's see if we can just do that real quick. So top left corner. Those are going to be different. Top right corner. Can't block those out. So if I work on that theory, and the theory that though, no, they can't be the same color because they're different there. So the only ones that don't change ever are these three and these. No, those change there. See if I can get all of them on my screen at once so I can explain what I'm looking at. All right, so the only ones that never change are these three and these four. So these three needs to be by themselves. And those four up in the corner need to be by themselves. So then we need to start doing some subtraction. This way. How are we going to cut those out? I think we need to come at it like this. Okay, yeah, there we go. That separates it. And same thing over here. If we do something like this, that separates those. Now, that combines those sections though, and I don't want that. How do we go about doing this? We do this one first. That combines these though, which we don't want, clearly. It does that. All right, that isolates that one. I want to isolate this one. Isolates those. Oh, that's close because we can't combine that bottom right and the top right. The top right needs to be isolated as well. So what if we come at this a little bit closer so we have room to cut through? Like this. Would that combine? No, that doesn't combine those. This feels right. Yes, okay. That's that one. Now we need to do the same thing over here. Let me swap my thing. Look at the other side. All right, so same general idea. There's probably going to be some that never change. Yeah. These three never change. So we need to gonna need to group these into twos somehow. So find the there should be two that never or four I think that never change. That would be the white and the black. I believe. Yeah. So this one here, I think, is the white. They never change. And this one. So we need to combine these two together. Those two never change. These two also never change. We got the same thing over here. These three never change. And this one up here never changes. All right, so we found our four whites. And our four blacks. Whatever colors are going to be. So if blue is the tricky one. Because in this one we see a 4 that we know to work with. So we need to come up, do groups of 4 or 2 of these. Same with when we're in red. These ones, 4. Then blue, this whole corner and this whole corner is all the same. So what we're looking at is that one. To that one. Think this is right. No, it's not right. Let's see here. was easier because we would just kind of separate the colors, but this one specifically you have to get into groups of twos. Makes things tricky. So it's the light is subtracting the color, like a specific color absorbs its own, I think, its own color, because it doesn't bounce off. I think that's how it works. So because that wouldn't make any sense. Well, yeah, I guess it could if these are white. These ones are white. These three and that one are black. Why does blue not do anything weird? Tired of staring at the solid color for a bit. We'll come back to that. There's more we can do over here. Yeah, I'm okay with stars. It's the colors that hurt my brain. Although this one... Why do we have an odd number of stars? Do we need to... combine colors? Because blue and red make purple. All right, thought we knew stars. This one's combining color mixing somehow. So if we do something, I'm not seeing anything that color mixes, but if we do something like that, no, that. There's an odd number of red and an odd number of purple. So what's going on with that? Yeah, I haven't seen anything that does color mixing yet. Because stars are supposed to be in groups of 2. But what's going on with this? Okay, well, I thought we were ready for this area. Apparently we are not. Apparently there are things that I still have not figured out. Bell. Hey, there's a thing. Let's see here. Word that area. So I guess I need to go find another area. And also, yeah, I probably need to open this door somehow. Oh, that's that door I was looking at. Damn it. I need to do that, and I'll give a shadow for that inside puzzle, probably. Because this seems to be an area where all the mechanics converge. This one I feel like I need to... Yeah, I know. It'd be hard to be all like, yeah, you just need to do this. That's like, no. That's part of the fun. It's trying to figure it out. This feels like there is a panel up top. I can see that right there. Which might move this. It might do something. But then what does this want to represent? It's not a... Well, hold on. Is this sound-based? It's not sound-based. Yeah, there's a path here. All right, so this is the maze puzzle. All right, so if we are counting this as the entrance, bottom left, if we look at it this way. So if we go forward 2, right 1, left, right, kind of zigzag, whole lot of zigzag. This cuts through. So much zigging, so much zagging. Okay, hold on. So if we go, we mentally do this: straight, right, back, right, back, right. It's not quite to the corner. So go up 2, and then zigzag to the wall, and then zig to the next wall, over, zigging, and you go over 2, 1 up to the wall, and then straight to the exit. It's a bunch of zigzags until you get to here. Then you can go 1, 2, and then up and around. So we go up, zigzag to the wall, go over, zig back, go over 2, up, and there. That felt like that should have been it. Am I looking at it from the wrong direction? Zig back to the wall. Might be, because maybe if the door is closed, this is signifying the exit. The entrance would be over here. So if this is the entrance, we'd come at it from the other direction. So let's try that. Go backwards, we go to here, go over to, zig to the wall, over. It's this way. What was it? So right 2, up 1. Yeah, left 2. To the wall. To the wall. Back to the outer wall, and then straight up. Let's try that. Up, left 2, zig to the wall, zig to the wall, big zig to the wall. Aha! All right. Getting there. All right, so now, yes, this will probably move this panel around. For what reason? Oh, looks like it might actually split it. So what are we looking at? So if we do 3, 3, that's going to be an overlap. So we can't do all 3 in a row. But what we can do is have 3, 3. It's technically 3, 3, and 3. What is that going to do? That does nothing. Okay. Did that change something from below? No. That clump the 3 over here. Is this going to work? What if we did... Two, 3. Feels like that's the only real solution, because they can't be stacked on top of each other. 2, 3. There's got to be more to it than that. So we can cut this off. Will that do anything of note, though? It does not appear so. What happens if we go the other way? Feels like this wants to be a bridge all the way across over to that side. If that's the case. And we do these rotatable. Maybe. That's true. No, that won't work. But we could do something like that. Yeah. Okay. We got it over here. There's another glare style puzzle. Maybe not yet. No, this is a mirror puzzle. Okay. Hmm. So we need to separate that somehow. Quite. Okay. Let's see here. Got a dot that we need to hit, so it means we need to get at it from that direction. Yep. Let's see here. We need to separate that. We need to keep these areas in the center. Nope, not quite. We need to come from the top because we need to finish over here. We need to come down this way. In order to do that, we need to split these two. So we have to come up from this way. What? Oh, we combine these two. Shit. Okay, hold on. Da, da, da. We need to come. Wait. This area needs to go all the way across. No. Because that combines those. We go all the way up. Not quite, because I need to go up that route. Separate these. Separate those. It's going to combine those, so that's not going to work. That's not going to work because I need that corner. It's not going to work. Let's see. If we go at this backwards, we need to finish here. We need to come up through here. So this is required. Need to. Well, I guess I can come up this way as well. Either way, I need to hit this from the above. So I need to come up through there. So I need this to be a thing. So we work backwards. This is combining too much. Also combining too much. That's taking up the corner I need. It's combining the top and middle colors. It's very close. Somehow separate those. Yeah, that's combining those now. It's gone too far. It's also gone too far. All right. So we know we need to come down around here. And we'll probably need to go up through this area. I'm going to separate this one. That one's being the problem at the moment. This guy here. See, that's the problem here. I needed to go up one more in order to do that. The fact I need to go that high is causing issues later down the line. So what if we definitely need to come up through here, but then that's merging everything. That would be great if the mirror didn't take up the line I need. We do it all the way over here. Now it's still taking up the line. I need this line here. What if we go at this a different way? What if the mirror is the one that needs to go down there? right. Maybe they're just combining too many. I can't get any good separation. Yes, that's nowhere close to being good. Feel like this is the correct path. We're just barely off. All this is going to do is go over and open that door, which we don't really have access to yet, but so how do we go about doing this? Because we for sure need to come at this area like this. So very close. This just collides. This combines. So there's only so many paths we can take here. Straight to the end. You know, that solves everything, right? So we do that because this blocks off everything over there. We need to come at it from this angle. Could come at it like that, actually. That might be a thought. Hold on. Is that it? I think that's it. All right, there we go. I was just thinking about the wrong way. I thought for sure this had to loop around. I knew we needed a separation there, and I knew I needed to come down from the top, but I was thinking they had to be combined, where they didn't. We just had to go at it this way, and then have the other one come on through. All right. So that opened that door. I don't think we have access to the first door yet, though, so I don't. That's something for later. Where the stairs down? It's over here. Is the first door going? That was over here, yeah. We haven't figured out what to do with that yet. That comes in here, that goes to this. So we need to open that door, cast a shadow over here so we know exactly where that's going. Let's see. We got the second door. Third door is up here. We haven't figured out what this symbol means yet, so there's at least two concepts that we don't know of. That's that door. What's the very top door? That's over there. Let's just go take a look. Let's see exactly how many concepts we still need to solve. It's this one. This goes up to there, goes into here. This goes down. This is the reflector. I need to reflect this laser. So I need to figure out. Ah. Like when you figure out how to turn it, it's like, oh, there's a thing down there. Alright. That solves that. I think we need to turn it more this way, though. Well, thanks for popping in, Gadbox. I will catch you later. Yeah, I need to turn it a little bit more. I think it's this way. What that reflection means, if it means anything of note. Maybe that's the way it needs to point in order to get the proper angle. No. I think that's just a weird. Reflects directly at it. It goes over that way. Need it more this way, I think. Nope, nope, one too much. Two too much? Many too much. There we go. All right. Where did this go? That's the one that goes to the tower. So I'm looking for... Oh, geez, there's so many power things going to that one. It's going outside. It's going through this. Oh, yeah, this I did not actually solve because I didn't know about shadows yet at that point. This. So right two, up two, zig to the corner, zig to the top, loop around. Right two, up two. Right two, up two, zig to the corner. No, but then it's stuck in the corner. Is that right? No, two, right two. No, there we go. Corner. Can't meet up there. That's what that's doing. It's meeting in the center. So what am I missing? I guess it's not quite meeting the center. It's over one. No, it's definitely two, but that goes to the center. Which we can't do. Supposed to give some sort of shadow, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Two, down, over, up, over, up, over. And be back at the center. But no, wait, this is the bottom. Yeah, over 2, up 2. Then 2, up 2. That's not making any sense. That's power cable. That's not. It's not exactly what we're looking for here. At least I don't think it is. This feels like it should be more like this. Not quite. Feels like it's going up this way, over, over. Maybe using the over 2 from the start point. Maybe I need to go up 2 and right 1 and over 2. That could be it. Start up to right 1. Down, right, down, over 2, up, left, up, left, up, left, up, right 2, down 1, over, up. That solved this. Felt like that followed that pretty accurately. Go up. It's confusing. This doesn't really look like it goes right, but it kind of does. Right, down, right, down. Right 2, up 1, left 1, up 1, up 1, up 1, right 2, down, right, up. Yeah, so that can't be the solution. So, what are we looking at? We need to do it from a different direction. That wouldn't make any sense. That blends together too much, so that shouldn't be a thing. Start here. This is just curving too much. We're supposed to go right to up 1. That doesn't make any sense though. We need to find a path on the inside. Doesn't make any sense. Because the shadow goes up through here, down, over, down. Maybe it wasn't up 2, maybe it's right 2. Maybe it's over this way and then over, down, up. No. I tried that. Maybe we need to go back over to here, over to this spot, over, down. Okay, there we go. I was missing a point somewhere. Follow the shadow to here. And at this point, I did the right to up, left, up, left, up, left, up, and then I guess this is a right 3. It feels like it should only be 2, but I think I just followed the shadow at that point and then curved up and around. All right. All right, so that goes through this way. It goes up to here. What the hell's this? What am I looking at there? So this is do with the tree, something to do with this tree. Is that apple? There's no shadow. All right, maybe there's yet another mechanic that I know nothing about. Never seen this one before. It's weird that there's no ending point on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is missing on those 2. Does it have something to do with the windmill? Where is that windmill? It's right there. There's different... points. Is there something in here that I don't know about? Does that go? Oh, there's puzzle. Let's not go too deep. Yeah, because we're going underground. Get it? Get it? Yeah. So this is another sound. No, this is not sound. All right, so this is. Need to power both sides. I only powered one side. What did that do? It depends on which direction it's turning. So it's another just I think environmental thing because I feel like it's going to have to the blade is going to have to go down and through. Line that up in a specific way to get to here or here. Line that out. This will go up. And we'll probably drop it off here. All right, well, it stopped. So it's probably there's only a certain amount of rotation it can do. I don't care too much for timing puzzles like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. I feel like that's just an environmental thing. Sit there and wait for things to happen. It's one of my least favorite things. I'm a speedrunner after all. I like going fast. Where's this go? It still keeps going down. Where's this go? Oh, there's another blocked off gate. Got here. Oh, hey. I recognize those things. What we got here? Oop, another one of these. Whatever those do. Got a symbol that I don't know what it means. Let's see. 3, 3, and 3. Able to completely cut that off. So we that's leaving too much space in the center. If we Do this one. We cut out those. There we go. Now, I guess there's 2 ways in here. Wait. I know where that's at. I've been on that side of the door before. This is the... Yes, this room. I've been here before. Okay. We're making connections. So there's another environmental puzzle. Somehow. Guess my light's gonna have to shine or something. Or have to. Yeah. Have to start there and then go out and around. Something like that. I took... Is that gonna pop up? It is. All right, hold on. It's fine. I can just close these. All right, so I took screenshots of those a long time ago. So here, if we start from that center point and go all the way around. So we start here and then go all the way around. That's a video. What is that? Is that theater? Feel like that. It's a puzzle thing. I think if you click that and then follow it behind him. But then he stops. Stairs would be in the way, though. Anything of note with all this? Weird. I guess I can Skim through it. Continue walking. Visual. Yeah, there's definitely something there. Where would that be? I feel like that's out of screen already. To no point where that's in frame enough to do anything with. So we need to deal with that reflection. There's no reflection of that center area unless we start here, follow that up, and it makes a connection, but I don't see anything. Weird. Definitely something. There's a shimmer there. Line that up with something out here. I don't know. Interesting, interesting. Well, we have one more. Let's take a quick look. This one. So it's starting on an outside point. So that'd be this one. And zigging to the other outside point. So we set this to be the top. It means it goes left, curves around. Here, left, curves around. Goes back up, straight across. It's not quite right. Because it's a point it exits on, so it either exits here or there. So it would start here, left, curve around. Curves one more, that's why. Straight across, and goes out to here. Okay. Maybe. Did I do that right? I feel like I did. Back up to here, straight across, down, no, down, then around. I missed an extra down. No, more things. Hey, it's the first one.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it? So, in the end, have we learned anything from this look at why the world turned out the way it did that's of any use to us in our future? Something, I think. That the key to why things change is the key to everything. How easy is it for knowledge to spread? And that in the past, the people who made change happen were the people who had that knowledge, whether they were craftsmen or kings. Today, the people who make things change, the people who have that knowledge, are the scientists and the technologists who are the true driving force of humanity. And before you say, what about the Beethovens and the Michelangelos? Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about. Second-hand views of the world, made third-hand by your interpretation of them. Things like that, as opposed to this. Know what it is? It's a bunch of amino acids, the stuff that goes to build up a worm or a geranium or you. This stuff's easier to
not
take,
me.
isn't it? Understandable. Got people in it. This scientific knowledge is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches of opinion, ideology, and leaves only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about throwing away those crutches is because, thanks to science and technology, they have begun to know that they don't know so much, and that if they are to have more say in what happens to their lives, more freedom to develop their abilities to the full, they have to be helped towards that knowledge that they know exists and that they don't possess. And by help towards that knowledge, I don't mean give everybody a computer and say, help yourself. Where would you even start? No, I mean trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions. See, we're on the edge of a revolution in communications technology that is going to make that more possible than ever before. Or, if that's not done, to cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have access to it as powerless as if we were deaf, dumb, and blind. And I don't think most people want that. So what do we do about it? I don't know. But maybe a good start would be to recognize within yourself the ability to understand anything, because that ability is there, as long as it's explained clearly enough. And then go and ask for explanations. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want changed. That's where to start.
Well, all right. Definitely burked. Interesting, interesting. All right. Well, those are definitely going to be more things to keep an eye out for. I feel like something important. All right. Well, there are more things for us to be on the lookout for. Still don't know that area. All right, well, that didn't solve what I was originally questioning. But that was definitely something. All right. What am I missing? Well, here's an unpowered panel, so... Okay, this seems relevant. Okay, so... tree branch. Go to the one where the apple is. So... that would be... this one. Okay. so I guess we need to find a right angle to look at these. Can't be this way because that bush is in the way. So it means we'd have to look at it this way. So if we just look at it as a straight binary tree, it's left, left, or left, right, left. Right, left, right. Oop, no, it wasn't left, right, left, right. It was left, right, left, left. Oops. And the last one. Yes. Left, right, left, left. Oh, was that not it? Damn it. What am I? Left, right. Yep, it's not right. Damn it. Trying to get through this too quickly. Let's take a look at it again. Left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. Right, right, left. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Which angle is the correct angle? I guess here. Here, I believe this would be blocking it out. Probably want to look at it from this angle. So then we go right, left, 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 right, left, 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 left. Okay, that would not be correct then. So does it want us to look at it from this angle? How do we know which angle to look at? What is the signal for that? Is it the direction from the panel? This one, that wouldn't make any sense because it could go either way. If it is this one, then it would be left, right, right, right. Left, right, 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 right. Okay, that is correct. So why does it want us to look from this angle? It's different than from this angle. Because it's still crossing over no matter what. We're still looking at the exact same set of branches. Maybe we need to actually pay attention to the left and rights. Because here there's a broken area and this is broken off. So maybe that's how you represent which side to look at. I'll take a look at this one, see if there's anything of note. There's a broken one on the right. So if I look at this, yep, broken one on the right. Okay, cool. That gives us something to go off of. Here, there's a broken one in the center on the left side. So it means it wants us to look at it from this way. So right, all lefts until the final right. All lefts until the final right. Okay. We got here. There is no apple here, so there are multiple broken branches though. So I'm guessing the broken one that is not represented here is the one that we want. So That'd be this one. Because that one is broken. That one is broken. So if we go up this way, another right, and then left. This is the one that should have had the apple on it. Yep. Okay. Going back that way. Go on over here. Nope. Where am I going? We escaped. Yeah, look, apples. Tree. Lungs. Got some more trees. Interesting. Where did that power cord go? Just this gate. Might have just opened this gate. What am I looking at here? Branches. I've seen that symbol around a couple times. Some trees. Felt like there should be more than that, but maybe there's not. Not seeing any sort of puzzle representation here. Maybe something like that, but it doesn't seem to be interactable. Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. I guess that just went through and opened that gate. I don't see anything else. It's in a very conspicuous X. Why is that a thing? Probably a lot of little things in here that I just don't realize that are a thing. There's very well hidden. Stand here. Is there anything that is noticeable from here? There's no laser I haven't activated, so at least that gives us somewhere to go toward. Alright, well, I don't see anything else around here. It's possible maybe that laser will point like over here and we need another reflector or something. I don't know. But nothing obvious here, so more exploring. Go toward that other laser that is clearly not active. Did we do anything right here? Oh, this was that area that I could not figure out how to get to because the boat didn't stop here. I think I need to follow this and solve what is at the other end. So it goes through this into this. Goes to this. There's nothing here. Oh, it's because we didn't solve this. Did I skip this earlier? I think I got distracted by the boat or something. Yeah, I think I got distracted by the boat. Where's this come from? Yeah, I think I did this and then didn't realize this one back and powered this. I don't remember what I did, but apparently I missed something, so whatever. That's just what we do. We get distracted. Whoops. Why doesn't it like that? Does it... No, it did like it. It's just... Come through, over. Okay, there we go. Here. Yep. Can't do that. Can't do that. Apparently I need to look at the other side. I was trying to go through mine. It's just like, nope, it's not gonna do that. Oh, that was still close. Let's see here. Straight up and over. There we go. Oh god, why is it melty? Oh god, what? What is this? Okay. That go. Now, did that go open that door? Yeah, I think it did. Okay. I get distracted too easily. I'm like, ooh, there's something over there. Ooh, there's something over there. Just like I did just now. I'm like, let's go over there. There's that laser over there I see I can't get to. It's like, oh, there's this area I haven't been to. It's just what I do. It's down here. Those. So yeah, we need to open this up. I was like, oh, we can do that without it. Nope, we definitely need that opened up. All right, where is that coming from? Over here. All right, looks like I probably need to go all the way around to power all these. All right. It's just gonna be all reflection puzzles. Yep. Why does it say my OBS disconnected? Weird. Everything else looks fine. That was a weird hiccup. Well, hopefully we are back. I don't know if I actually dropped the stream or not, or if just OBS just got angry. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, my Firebot said the stream ended. Well, my recording's still going. Hopefully we're back now. Go up through this way. You do that because that cuts it off. Do that. Need to go through there. Do that. Can't quite do that. There we go. Let's see. Over. All right, got all those. Around the island we go. What's down there? More puzzles. More puzzles. Oh, jeez. It just keeps going. All right. So there are specific color dots. Green needs to go to green. Yellow needs to go to yellow. Here. Is that true? I guess it has to be. But is that even possible? No, because otherwise one will get to the other no matter what. So what's it asking for here? Did not like that. Each one can only get a color of its type, maybe? No. That's not right. Tried maybe only staying to its color. What is it asking for here? There, Firebot is connected back up, so hopefully we are good. Let's pick those up. So we can see flashing on the outside. Yeah, it's okay with this one, but it's not okay with that one. Do we just need to finish with our color? Yeah, it's not happy with that. Oh, where we click Depends on the color. I thought it was just hard locked. Oh, okay, okay. Black is probably anything. Gotta go back. Need to grab this. All right, there we go. Grab that. Over. Nope. I went too far over. Nope, that's not going to work. It's also not going to work. That's too far. I can't snag that one. I need to go around this way. There we go. That should be it. There we go. Sends out 2 power signals. Sends out a yellow and a green. Interesting. Interesting. Where does that go? Does it split off? No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, more of these. So. Going to curve back up and around for that. I am not. Yep. Let's grab these. Grab those. Why is that turning a different color? Is it losing power? Probably going to eventually be invisible. And I'll just have to deal with it. So I can't cross that over. So I have to go out this way. Getting to the point I might be able to cross over if it becomes completely invisible. Can't do that. Let's start over here. Yep, there we go. Yep. Nope. And it would become visible eventually. Go around and up. All right. So in order to grab this one, we need to go 3 over. Yep. All right. Joy. Now we're going to go about this one. Over, up, over 2, up 1, over 1, up 1, over. Okay. What's done here? More panels. Okay. Reflection of these. I've done this one before. Just with plants. Where's that going? Over to there. What are we looking at on this one? Clouds? Yes. To be shifted somehow. What are we looking at? Those, or is that going to be the next one? Those are going to be those, so I think we need to shift this slightly. But what is the proper orientation? Something like that. Looks like it. Okay. How far back do we need to be? Do we need to be right close up on it? Be up on a hill. What is it asking for? I think it's something like that. Maybe each one is going to be different. I think each one's going to be different. It's based off of where the center point is and how tall each one is. So I think it's going to be center 1, 2, 1. No, center 1, 2, 1. What's it wanting? These based off of how much reflection there is. I think so. This one, I think, has 1 of reflection. That one has 2. I think that one has 2. That one has 1. No. Is it however many sections it has? Like each crevices, like this has 1, so it's split into 2. This one only has 1. This one has 1, 2, 3. Maybe. That one has 3, 3, 3, 1. Nope. What is it wanting? We shift that up because it's halfway down. We shift it up 1 whole block. That means it would go to here. That is right where it should be. And that needs to be shifted up 1 block. No? Maybe it's that. Okay, so we need to touch. We need to not intersect. That's the thing. Okay, makes sense. Not intersect. Yeah. Okay. Here. Try to get all 4 of those in at the same time. Yes. Kind of. Bottom. Bottom. Up 1. Stay there. And then up 1, up 1. No. Bottom. It's bottom. Straight across the middle. Go to the bottom, straight across the middle. No. There's a lot of rocks out there. Which ones is it asking for? Bottom. Middle. Middle? Bottom, middle, middle, maybe? No. Is it this way it wants? Maybe. Yes. Swapped from trees to, or rocks to trees. There we go. What that last one did is not connected to anything. Probably did something. Did all that. I'm not exactly sure what that accomplished. But maybe I'll figure it out in a bit. Alright, I need to go around this other way. Go up there. Opened this, yep. Nope. Over again. Hey, another laser. So, what we got here? Over, around, up through. Over, up, around, over through. Is this one gonna work? So start here because there's the only one with a single output. So we go through all this, over and up. Yep. Hopefully that was it. Going to need to match that. Looks like it. Match it. No, I screwed up. One loop to the wall, up, and then two. Loop to the wall, up, and then two. That's going to be a 5 from this direction, not a 2. Because it's inverted. So... this way, yep. It's 5, not 2. Alright. Doing that backwards is gonna screw with my head. So 1 out, down to the wall, up to the block, loop around. 1 out, down to the wall, up to the block, loop around. But this, yeah, 1 further down. That's what I get for trying to go too fast. One out, down into the wall, up to the block, loop around, and then down to the corner. Around. That's not right. 1 out, yeah, loop around. Yeah, that was right. 1 out, loop around, up to the block. Go around, down to the corner, up and through. Okay. This one is 1 out, and then down and zigzag all the way across. But this one is also flipped upside down because the exit's over here instead of up there. So instead of finishing or starting down, I need to start up. So going over and then start up and then zigzag all the way through. Yep. Another laser down. was the one I was about to go to before I got rudely distracted by another laser. So let's make our way over there. Ah, yes, this one. We looked down into there and saw if we had a path down there, but then I think we got distracted. Or this door might have been the only way in and I didn't know how to open it. Let's go take a look again. Maybe we learned something. Yes, this guy. So we do the L here. L there. The P here. What about doing that? Combine the two. L. No. The L here. E. So I need this. Need that. Aha! Alright, we figured it out. What do we have in here? Let's see, what are we doing? This section has been going for about 3 hours now. I think, what is this? Oh, that goes up to the laser. So that is what we're shooting for. It's going over to there. So we need to somehow go through all this area. We will save that for next time. I am going to take a break, do some stuff around the house. We will continue this tomorrow. I thought for sure there was more, or I thought I was closer to the end than I thought, but there's a lot more to it than I realized. Didn't know exactly how many lasers there are. There's at least one more right here. And then I think there's at least 2 systems that I don't know. The merging of colors I didn't quite understand. And that weird caltrop shaped thing. I haven't seen that at all yet. Maybe we'll learn one of those here. This kind of feels like the caltrop area, honestly. I need to look at the boat map again as well to figure out what that was, where that was in the area. It might have been like right here. I think we came here, got off the boat, but then realized there was like a gate there and couldn't actually get into this area. But we will figure that out tomorrow. So, till then, remember, always bet the cat, and I'll catch you all later.